Hello and welcome back. Today's review is for An Evening with Silk Sonic by Silk Sonic, which is the duo of Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak. Overall, it brings back more of a 70s style, which is common when we are looking at an album by Bruno Mars. His albums also consist of a track listing of about 10 tracks and about a 30 to 35-minute runtime, which this is the shortest of all his albums, even with this one being a collaboration album. I thought this was an enjoyable album overall, but there were only 2 or 3 tracks I didn't care for. Well, let's just head into it and see what I have to say about this album. This is the debut album of the duo, which again consists of Bruno Mars and Anderson Paak. This album has a runtime of about 31 minutes and consists of 9 tracks. It includes 3 singles, Leave the Door Open, Skate, and Smoking Out the Window. This album brings back more of an R&B style as well. The duo met back in 2017 while on Bruno Mars's 24K Magic World Tour, which took place in 2017 and into 2018, and they were seen in the studio working with Nile Rodgers and Guy Lawrence of Disclosure. The duo quickly became friends and decided to collaborate on a project together. Mars said most of the album is rooted in Paak's drum beats, and that Paak's music is percussion driven, derived from old school Motown influence. Mars says he works backward from the guitar or piano. They were inspired by the music of the 1960s as well as the 70s, with artists such as Aretha Franklin, James Brown, Miles Davis, Stevie Wonder, and Prince. Originally, the duo were going to do live shows together last year in 2020, but with the virus, they were unable to do so, but instead, they decided to do an album together. Let's just hop right into the tracks. We begin with Silk Sonic intro. This intro is only a minute in length, but it isn't a bad intro. At the same time, I feel like it doesn't really add anything to the album, but in a way, I feel like it just kind of helps push it to give it to, the 30-minute time length. Leave the Door Open is really the first official track on the album. Overall, it seems to be a great track with vocals, lyrics, and instruments. Paak handles the verses while Mars handles the chorus. I feel this is one of the strongest tracks here, with all its elements from drums to guitars to both their voices. Now, the older vibes really caught on to me when we get into Fly As Me. I did enjoy the raps in this track. It seemed decent lyrically. I thought was basically about how no one could do the things they do the way they do it. It seemed to have an interesting beat as well. I'm gonna skip to Smoking Out the Window. This track is more led by Bruno Mars with vocals, but we do get some vocals from Paak throughout as well. Although not the best with lyrics, I thought was interesting with its instrumental. Now skip down to 777. Ironically, this is the 7th track have 9 on the album. It just so happens to be the shortest track on the album as well, coming in at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I honestly feel this was one of the worst tracks on the album. I honestly, I didn't mind Thrap, but I thought it could have been a little better. Honestly, I thought it was more with lyrics to make me, dislike this track. Now, in a way, it talks about some of the fancy things you can get or do when you're rich. It also seems like it has to deal with, blowing your money like there's no tomorrow, and, just being in Vegas, doing low gambling, blowing your money on, everything that's out there as well. Side note though, I kind of confused myself with the title in my live stream, whether you've seen it or not. I wasn't sure if they were going to pronounce it as 777 or each number individually, again being 777. But as I thought about it, it turns out each number is pronounced individually. And if you're interested in, watching that live stream, I'll make sure to put the link down below in the description. I will be closing us out with Blast Off, which is the closing track. I enjoyed the instrumental outro here. In a way, I thought of outer space itself, hence the title and some of its lyrics. I also enjoyed the instrumental and vocals. I feel like it was a solid track and a decent way to close out the album. Today, I will be giving this album a 3.5 out of 5. It isn't the worst album, but in some areas, it isn't the best. If they do come out with a second album, I'm hoping it will contain more vibes like this, where it captures the eras of the 1960s and 70s. As for lyrically, I hope they do improve as well if they, do plan on releasing a second album, as I feel this album is pretty popular, or is going to be pretty popular. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave your thoughts down below in the comments. On Friday, I will be reviewing Purpose by Justin Bieber, and next Saturday, I will be doing Tickets to My Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly. Well, until then, feel free to listen to these two albums, and so, he can give your thoughts, and I will see you all next time.